Hey y'all, how you doing? How you doing? I am back. I am Divine Celiani. It's a pleasure to see you and be here with you. It is too hot to have the damn wig on, but I love my wig. Okay. So, um, oh boy, to talk today. Okay. Understand that those that are chosen to deliver messages, we see and we feel what is going on out there. And we get called to say certain things based on our strengths and what we know. Okay? As you know, I am a self-love coach. I know love. That's what I know. Okay? Love of all forms, of all kinds. Not what you learn in school. Life love. Okay? I am a divinely gifted love coach, self-love coach, empath, Hayoka, many different things. But at the end of the day, I'm Big Mama. Okay? My gifts mean nothing if I can't bring value to the universal community. Okay? Understand that. So if someone's walking around with the gifts they got and they whoop-de-whoop, high flute and whatever, but if you're not bringing value to the universal community, you can sit your ass down. Don't nobody even go on with that. Okay? So, you always hear me talk about love. We're going to get into this. You always hear me talk about love. But my talk about love is going to be a little different today. I haven't talked about it in a while, and it's down in my videos, so I'm going to talk about it again today. And so I'm going to give you your trigger warning right now, because this is about to be deep. Big Mama's about to get real with you. And the changes that we need to make, what we need to do. So this is going to take a minute. I may have to split this into videos. That's perfectly fine. But this is going to take some time to get through. So y'all ready? Because you're going to be ready for this talk. Okay? This talk is the most authentic journey. It's love. Okay? I have my notes. Usual. So let's get on into it. And just before I forget, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to sit with me and be here in this space. All right, y'all, let's do it. So, who you are. You are a manifestation of love itself. I'm going to say that again. You are a manifestation of love itself. Now, divine, what does that mean? Okay. All right. Here's the examples. But what it means is you carry within you the duties of love, what love does, what love exhibits, what love gives. It works through us to bring about certain things in people's life as well as our own. It is through working with others and ourselves that the change happens. Okay? Many of y'all, and you're going to hear me say this later, don't know what love is, have no inkling and run to a damn book because you're taught by people who don't know what love is and can't quantify it. So they have to slap a reasoning on it that their perception can put up with. That's understandable because that's the only way that you can understand it, right? But a lot of us learn what love is through seeing non-examples of love, learning it backwards. A lot of us don't know what love is because we're learning it from people who don't even fucking love themselves and don't know what love is in the first motherfucking place. But we're listening to them. Why? So, this is why a lot of people's concept of love is messed up. And this is why a lot of people do not understand love. They don't understand what is required from love, from you, and of you. So, what does that mean? Love is who you are. It's a catalyst for change. You will be sent into someone's life to cause a tower to uplift them, to teach them something, it is up to them to choose yes or no. You are not to make them choose yes or no. It is up to them to choose yes or no. They have to see a lesson. It don't mean shit if you bringing in something and for the life of you, they don't get it and you being pissed off and mad. Why? Either they get the lesson or they don't. Now, understand, me saying that right now, it took me years to get to that. I used to take it personal when someone didn't want the love from me. Oh, I used to hurt. And I did this as a kid. I would cry and be like, no one wants the love that I have to give. Baby, that's because they didn't deserve the love I had to give. Had to turn it inward. Okay? It means through you, healing or pain arises within others or yourself. Okay? You are the light or the shadow or both for others and yourself. Love, you being loved means seeing beyond the truth. That's our perception. But seeing beyond where you're at, where you're going, where you've been, to your higher self of what you can be, your potential. But it's getting to being that potential. Getting others to see theirs. Okay? It is realizing that no matter what, when change is needed, change is needed. And sometimes we're sent in to be that love to make that change. Let me give you an example right now. Look what's going on in Hollywood. You got people snitching on folks, groups, and what else have you. The problem is you give groups power by paying attention and acting like they overpower you and they control your money when they do not, because they do not control the love of you unless you give it. Let me have you understand something. Let me have Big Mama understand something. Don't make me snatch this wig off. Love is the most powerful force ever. It can get you to do anything. Humans cannot. Aliens cannot. Reptilians cannot. Those beyond in our star system cannot. Why? Because you have what's called will that you willed, unless you give it over. It is a matter of being strong enough to say, no, my will. And a lot of you ain't got a problem doing it to spirit. So why the hell you got a problem doing it with a community? No one can control you unless you give that control over. Okay? All right. So, seeing the need, feeling the need, that's love. Greatest power in the universe, that's love. Okay? Walk in a purpose, that's love. Falling down in your shadow, that's love. Why? Because it's all for a betterment. Love comes in when it's time for us to be better. When it's time for us to have the courage to move better. It will bring that lesson in whether you want it or not, and you won't even see it coming. That's love. It will whoop your ass. And it will tell you, no, you're not supposed to be with that person. You know you're not supposed to be with that person. I told you in your intuition, you are not, and you're choosing that person over the love of you, and you will not know. Baby, and it'll bring people and things in where you can't even touch that person. That's love. Love is not only the smiles and the giggles. That's falling in love. Okay, that's nice. That's a part of love. But that's a very small percentage of love. Understand that. That's a very small percentage of love. Okay? That may be your ideal. That tells me you ain't trying to do the work of it. But we're going to get into the work. And this is going to be the reason why people curse out love in the first fucking place, because they don't have the courage to walk a love path. They don't have the courage to see what love really is. And that's the problem. Okay? Love is being strong enough to walk your triggers and fix them. Being strong enough to authentically love you and everyone else where they're at without making them change, but you making the decision, no, I'm not dealing with that, or yes, I am. And this is what you need to do to make yourself better. But boo, if that's where you want to stay, baby, please stay there. But I can't be a part of that. That's love. What you say to me? And you will not talk to me like that. And you will respect me. And you will not even try to knock me down because of where you're at in the station you are in your life. Love you, not putting up with that. Bye. That's love. Baby, you know what? I know you're young. I know you love this person. But that's not the person for you, baby. Here's why. X, Y, and Z. That's love. That's truth. If it's coming from a place of love and true intention for the betterment of somebody else, that's love. Okay? Those are all examples of love. But that's love. That's what we call tough love. That's what everyone be trying to do. No, I don't want that. Don't bring that to me, please. Why? You asked for love, right? But you don't want all of it? You want part of it? So someone bring you dinner and you didn't pay $20 to $50 for that dinner. And you just want the vegetables. You don't want the protein and the carbohydrates. You just want the vegetables and the water. But you didn't pay $20, $50. Is that what I'm understanding? So you asking for love and you just want the good, but you don't want the balance of the shadow and the bad that goes with it either. You just want the good. How that's supposed to work? How you supposed to have and build relationships on that? How in the hell is that real? I'll wait. Do you see how that makes no sense? If you want love, you experience all of it. Don't call it in if you don't want the smoke. And that's real. Do not call love in if you don't want the smoke. You can't pick and choose in love. It ain't like that. Let me hear if you understand something. Love is wielded. It is not molded for you to control. Okay? You use it. You give it. You don't control it. And nobody. Except how you love you and how you love. But you don't control love, babe. Oh, no. You don't control love. Love don't get controlled. So, I don't know what you're thinking. How big you think you are. Love just is. It don't get controlled. You need to understand that. So, and it may piss you off. That may trigger you. Try. What's happening in your life now while you try it too? Tell me, how's it working for you? Because at some point, it's going to leave. It don't get controlled. It don't get told what to do. Because it knows your lessons you don't know. Because you don't know what you don't know. It knows all. So, I want to get into what it really takes. What love really takes. And what it really demands from you. I am so tired of people walking around here acting like they deserve the privilege. Of course you deserve love. You don't deserve privilege. You deserve love. But you think you can have it without giving it. You think you can have 100% of love from people and you ain't ready to give 100% of love. You think you can give 50%, but you want that other person to give 100. Bitch, you got to be out of your mind. Excuse my language on that word, but you got to be out of your mind. It is called equal exchange. That is a universal law. What you give, you get back in equal measure. So, I want to talk about what love demands from you. So you get a clear understanding before you even call it in and before you even sit up here and get mad and say, fuck love. Because when people say that to me, I'm like, well, fuck you. What did you give love for it to be given to you? Fuck love, fuck you. Yeah, what? How can you say that? How can you say fuck love? It came at your demand. It listened to your call. What the fuck did you give it? What did you do for it? What love did you give out to be returned back to you in equal measure that you deserve? Why are you saying that? And it will say back to you, fuck you, by the experiences it gives you. And it will sit your ass down and be like, now, you got anything else to say? See, y'all walking around here, remember something. Over half of y'all are human, which means you need to stay in a human lane that you don't even understand or know. So you need to stay in your lane, first of all. You need to get off your high horse because a lot of you are not in your potential to even have the understanding because you're not using love in the first place. If you were, you'd have the understanding. Because love gives you the understanding, which I've talked about in my other videos, which you're going to get into in a minute. So don't come at those of us. And don't come at love like that. Don't do that. Because, baby, what you going to receive in return? Watch. This is what love demands from you. I want you to be perfectly clear that the next time you say you want love from someone and from people, what it's going to demand from you, because I want you to be full aware. Because when you cross over, you're going to sit up and say, I didn't know. I didn't know. No, if you saw my video, yes, you did. It was out there. No, you know. And I also want you to know so that you understand what you're getting into when you're asking for love in your life. Okay? This is what love demands. You cannot ask for the greatest gift and you think you just receive. Hell no. You think it's just going to be given to you. You think that all this energy in this universe exists and the flow goes one way and it just gives and gives and gives and gives. No. It's like that. Right? So you sit up asking, can I have? And love was like, okay, babe, what you gonna give? But you don't hear that request, do you? Sometimes it's us changing our attitude. Sometimes it's us changing our outlook so it can bring the right person in, the right friends, the right networks, right? Sometimes it's changing your perception and your vision. Sometimes it's you working on your triggers and getting rid of those. Sacrificing. Doing the work. Sacrifice, right? That's giving. Sometimes it's asking you to empty your cup so you can even receive love in the first place. Sometimes it's asking you to get rid of your anger so love can come into you. But you so damn angry in here and don't know how to get rid of it, because some of us are angry and don't know how to let it go. You can't receive the love, can't see it. So don't think you ask and you just gonna receive. No. You gonna give. And then some. Okay? Because love demands all. That includes equal exchange. You asked to experience love. And you gonna get mad because of how it turned out. Baby, there's too many parameters in place. What did you do? What did they do? What did you think? What did you say? What love lesson was it? Was it a lesson you're repeating? Was it something you need to give back? Was it something you need to deal with? Right? You asked. And sometimes you don't, but your heart will if your mouth don't say it. You asked. It will answer. But it's not going to answer the way you think it should. See, and it's so funny. Love is the one thing that's very unpredictable and will not show up the way you want it to. It can if you bother it enough. I've had that. I have been with somebody before. We broke up. I called the person in for 4 years, baby, only to realize and have to apologize to love and be like, that's why you didn't let me have. Because love knows. Sometimes when we don't receive something, it's because love knows. And it always knows, right? We don't know. So we the one begging. Sometimes that answer is no. And half the time the answer is no for a good reason. Either we're not ready. We're not on that wavelength and level. We're not, things are not in place for you to receive it. Not the right time, right place, right era, whatever. But you don't know. That's the thing about humans. Humans, you forget. You don't know what you don't know. You think you know every damn thing. You don't. You don't. And even when you are clairvoyant, you get moments that change at any given thought or choice. You don't. You are a part of the divine. You are the I am, but you ain't got that understanding like that. You can't see the whole picture like that. And those of us that can, it is still in constant motion and moving because there are other people making decisions and saying things. Remember, everything exists at the same time. Everything, past, present, future, exists at the same time. That's another topic for another time. But you can't ask for the experience and get mad. That's like paying to go into an amusement park and riding a ride, and you mad because that ride hurt the hell out of your back. First of all, you didn't know that ride was going to do that. But you paid to come in, and you the one who went on the ride. And so you can say, my friend made me go to... Baby, you still had the will to do it. You made the choice, but you could have said no. You still use your will to do it. Some people really believe you ain't got a choice. Wrong. You always have a choice. But your consequences may be fucked up. It may be your life or this. It's a fucked up thing. But you still got a choice. You can say yes or no. Okay? Love demands you to be who you really authentically are. Or it's going to make you be who you authentically are. So you can see what's meant for you. It ain't got time to waste on fake ass people. Because it will bring you fake if you want fake. Okay? Then get mad when you got fake. That's what you wanted. What you getting mad at me for? This is going to be like any other thing. I ain't fucking with you right now. I'm walking away. You not mature enough to appreciate what I gave you and this is what you asked for and you going to sit up and yell at me? Make that make sense. And then you sit up here acting a fool. Make it make sense. You asked. You asked for him, her, them, whatever the fuck it is. You asked for that job. You asked for that kid. And some people are like, that child was a mistake. You fucked. You had the kid. You asked for the kid. The kid asked to be born of you on the other side. You asked for that kid. You did the deed. You asked for it. See, that's how life works. It ain't just your intention consciously. It is also subconsciously and what your heart says. If you weren't meant to have the child, you wouldn't have gotten pregnant in the first fucking place. So you asked for it. Stop sitting up here doing actions and taking no accountability. Love is accountability. You don't want the accountability, don't fucking ask for love then. I'm going to keep it real with you. Because that's the shit that's going on today. People asking for shit. When they get it, they don't want it. They don't like how it happened. And then they whine about it later. Kudos to the ones teaching other people about it. You don't want to do that. I did that. This is what happened. Oh, man. That ain't going to be okay. Do you, boo? Why didn't you warn me? What? We did. We're not here to hold your damn hand. You grown, remember? Okay, then. Make them grown-ass decisions and take them grown-ass consequences and serve that grown-ass karma. I'm going to keep it real with you. Because some of y'all out here with expectations that's full of shit. And then you want to take no goddamn accountability for what you asking for and what you got. Evidently, it was a lesson you needed to get to what you asked for. Sometimes that has to happen, and that can take years or lifetimes. I know that's my trigger too. I get it. But when we ask, we receive. What is created in our life is based on what we want and what we need. We create what comes in. Unless there's a lesson. And that ends up being a love lesson. Even through curses and hexes are lessons. Even through those. Because that's a lesson for those that did that shit. But vindication does come to you. Trust and believe that. And if you believe it doesn't, it never will. It is what you believe that comes in for you. You can manifest anything in this plane. Anything. If your will is strong enough in love. Because you use love to do it. They can say joy, happiness, and all that bullshit to try to manifest. It is love. Because there's nothing more powerful than that. Other than compassion. Because that's the highest form. It's love. Because love is the universal connector of everything. It's love. Let's not bullshit. Okay? All right. Love demands your best self. It demands you to have the courage to free yourself. So if you put yourself in a situation where people are controlling you, you have to have the courage to free yourself and get yourself out. How much do you love you? How much do you love you? It demands you for you. I'm going to say that again. Love demands you for you. It demands all of you. Why? Because it loves all of you. It needs you to love all of you. And if you love all of you, you won't have half this shit going on in your life because you will not allow it. Your will not allow those people who are catalysts in your life that are turning it upside down. The love of you will not allow it. And as you ascend up, you're able to teach someone else those lower places to avoid. So they don't have to walk through it if they don't choose. If they choose to and don't listen to you, baby, boop, let them go on and do whatever they want to do. You still got the love of you that you got to chase because you got a job to do here. It is supposed to be each one teach one. When we go through something, we're supposed to teach somebody else to avoid it or to have them understand what love is trying to do. Courage to free yourself. Courage to free yourself from, negative self-talk. Believing negative people self-talk about you. Believing the lies about you. It gives you the courage to free yourself from guilt when you do something wrong that you feel, or you harm somebody, or something really heinous. It gives you the freedom to free yourself from your fucking prison you put yourself in fear and guilt. It gives you the right to free yourself from the trauma that has programmed you to make you believe you are less than what you are. Let me tell you something. If love is the greatest force in the universe, then how in the hell are you less? If it believes in you and it loves you and it gives to you, how are you less? You can't be less. Because love doesn't invest in anything less. It won't give. That's like a business giving a business loan to someone who has no proof of a business. Business ain't gonna do that. Right? But love sure will give to you for you to even lift yourself up to a certain particular level where you can even see what you can do. It will invest in you when you didn't even invest in yourself. And what kind of payment does it get back when it does that? How many thanks do you really think love gets? Well, you didn't give me so. That's these idiots right now with this in this politics. You didn't give me so. You taking this away so. You doing this really? What the fuck did you do? What did you contribute? Why are you complaining? All right. Love frees you. Oh, this one. Love frees you from stopping yourself in fear. It frees you from the fear of being great. From the fear of being locked away and believing, again, you are less and you can't do this and you can't be that. Baby, says who? First of all, I don't care what millionaire, billionaire, mentor, coach, whatever. If that person tells you and makes you feel less and tells you what you could never be, why are you still listening to them? See, that's why some people get mad at ghetto folks. Because even though they may act ratchet as hell, you can't tell them what they can't be. They're not going to listen to you. That's the real reason why people can't stand people, because they're free. They're free. You understand? When you free here, everything else falls into place because that energy changes. They don't want you to be free. They want you to be in a prison in yourself. Because then you can't blame it on them. Because they're not physically locking your ass up. You can only blame them when they're physically doing it. But they do that because you did something. Because they programmed you to believe you were less. So you physically did it out in the physical realm. Now your ass locked up physically. So you either locked up physically or you locked up here. Or you locked up here. But freedom and love, free. No fear. And here's the funny thing I found out. When you are free, excuse me for the light, y'all, I'm sorry. When you're free, it is so easy when fear, that crippling fear creeps in and you don't have anything and you're like, we need, no, you can go away now. It'll be taken care of. I can take care of it. I can figure out a way, but you can go. When you have that conviction, watch what happens. Watch how fast it goes when you put your foot down, when you put your wheel down. Watch how fast it leaves. And then he'll creep his ass back in like a snake. No, I said no, you can go. You say that enough times, that fear ain't gonna creep in. because it ain't got a way in. Why? Because you love you. You replaced the fear with love of you. And then the love of people comes in is when you see that happening to a friend or a family member or someone else going through that. You teach them that. You tell it no. And you mean it. No, I don't need you. Because, I don't do that fake it till you make it shit because that's fake. But I will say what I can believe. And you don't need fear. Not that kind. And I'll say, no, I don't need you because that's true. And I can feel that because it's true. And they'll be like, but I said, I don't need you. You can go. And it leaves. And it don't come back. Why? Because I don't give it the space to come back. I love me way more than fear ever could impose its ugly head on me. I don't like control. My will. Period. You don't bring your ass here. So, love demands communing with others and taking charge. Using courage to take charge when you need to, letting others lead when they need to, and trusting they can lead. And that is what's wrong with our politics right now. Y'all listen to agendas based on you. What about based on everyone else and what is needed for everyone else? What about that? It ain't just you. What an older black woman may need, it may not be what a younger Asian woman needs. It may be like the abortion issue, but it may not be like a cultural issue. You understand? No one is looking at the collective in love. What do we need? Now, some of us, when we talk about politics, we're talking about housing and all this kind of stuff. Did you not forget we had a global pandemic, not just in our country, global. And it was our country making decisions for our country. Did you not see the rest of the world and the WHO and the decisions they were making? And then all the countries that belong to the WHO had to make those decisions. But you sitting up here blaming our government for the decisions they had to make when the WHO decided. See, get an understanding of where shit come from before you sit up here pointing fingers. And then make sure your ass is a part of the solution before you sitting up here pointing fingers. Because some of the reasons of what you choosing in people is a stupid ass reason. And I'm going to keep it real with you. Period. You are not thinking beyond that. It is about us. It's about you, and it is about us together. It demands the love of us together. That's where the change happens. It happens pivotally here, but it happens globally here to make the real change. Discipline. It demands discipline from you and accountability. You need discipline and accountability if you're going to change for the better to your higher self. To be who you truly are. Okay? And the biggest, it demands sacrifice. You have to give up something. The self doesn't exist, right? But it does exist only in terms of individuality and ego. But we're still just energy, individually energy, but collective. Let's think of it this way. Who's stronger, 10 people or one? Well, you may say, well, that depends on the weight of that one person versus the weight of those 10 people. Exactly. Right? There's parameters in which and there's details in which you got to work out to see was equal measure, right? So your energy, though, coupled and exponentially grown with other energies, what kind of change do you think that's going to make? What kind of change do you think that's going to make against the ones trying to control shit? Who is a collective energy together? And we're individual. Did you not think why they keep us individually where we don't find love in the first place? Did you ever stop to think that there's a reason they keep you in fear and guilt? Because guilt leads you to your personal hell that you can't get out of. And only you just need to forgive yourself to get out of it. Or someone else to get out. That's all you need to do. It is a thought switch. Just like in the Matrix movie. It is a simple binary thought switch. That is it. Your life can change at any time with a simple binary thought switch. And here we are making it fucking complicated. It is not complicated. Love. That's it. It's not complicated. The work is complicated. The answer is not so much. The answer is real simple. It's doing the work and each person doing the work. And those that don't want to do the work, baby, we leave them. It is not for everybody. Love is for everybody if they want it. But not everybody's going to be saved. And I don't mean saved in a religious sense. I told you, I'm not religious. I'm talking about saving self for the universal community. Not everyone's going to be saved. Not everyone's meant to be. Because not everyone's ready to be. This message I'm delivering to you, not everyone is ready to hear. I understand that. Okay. Yeah, you did. So, you give up something for what you want. I ain't going to do that. I'm not going to. For real? I bet you if you had the chance to be an actor or an entertainer in the music industry, your ass would. I ain't going to sell out. You going to sell out to other people for money, but you ain't going to sell out to love for love. And all it demands from you is you to give to you. I'm going to say that again because I know some of y'all did not understand what the hell I just said because I went over your head. So I'm going to say this again. Some of y'all will sell out to a job, an organization, a dream, a person. It ain't got to be these other folk. I don't give a damn about them. It ain't got to be all that. It can be something so simple. You do this for me, I do this for you, and you something under the table. It can be that simple. You'll sell out for a game on this plane. That don't matter. But you won't sell yourself to love. Who's just trying to love you, give you something to be better, and doesn't demand half the shit from you that these other things do. And on top of that, you get to love yourself, free yourself from guilt, free yourself from fear. You can't sell out to love. That's just trying to give to you what you ask for and what you want. Damn near for free, except your life experiences and the pain that you got to go through to get to you who is better than you were yesterday. If you did that work, you can sell out to them, but you can't sell out to love. So hold on a second. I'm going to sell out to someone who's going to give me money and a house and a car. That depreciates in value. That don't mean shit once I leave this plane. But I can't sell out to love that will exist throughout all the time when I leave this plane to another level. Still with me. Still walking with me. Trying to give me what I need to manifest for my need and my good for my highest level. Because I did the work. And I was willing to do the work. And you willing to give to me in abundance above what I can imagine. And I can't sell out to you. And we're working in tandem. But I can sell out to something else that don't even exist. And is limited here. Something fucking wrong with that picture. Excuse my language. I am so sorry, y'all. I know I'm cursing so much. I apologize. But something is wrong with that picture. Something is wrong with that. And love don't even ask you to sell out to it. It asks you to walk with it. It asks you to take its hand and be with it. Love does that. It has the right to demand from you based on what it gives you. Especially when you ask. Really? That shouldn't even be a comparison. But divine is so hard. You don't understand what I got to walk through to do it. It's so... You don't know how many loves I've lost. Friends, family, romantic. To be able to bring this message to you so you can't say that to me. You don't know what I've been through to bring this knowledge to you. You gonna tell me? Who the hell's delivering the message? You think being a chosen and a divine, we don't pay? You think there's no sacrifice for us? You funny. We paid the biggest price to be able to deliver to you. Don't believe me? Look at Jesus. In any aspect of who the man was. That means, and what I mean by that is, for those that believe he sacrificed himself for it and those that believe he didn't die, he still went through it. Either way, and that's not disputable. Either way, he still went through it. Died or not. Whatever you want to believe, I don't care. Still sacrificed. Can't deny that. When you are a chosen or a divine and you have a job to do here and you make that soul contract, baby, that is not glory. That is hard work. And there are plenty of us that give our all so that you can understand and learn it to avoid what we had to walk through to teach you. Many of us have had dreams taken. Didn't choose our professions. Had kids when we didn't want to. Had to deal with people we didn't want to. Had to get beat down when we didn't want to. Had to be made invisible. Been denied access when we didn't want to. When we were more talented and better than other people. In the aspect of being way more and brought down to be way less. And you gonna tell us we don't know? What do you think we go through to bring this to you? What do you think that's called? What do you think that sacrifice is called? Love. We do this work not because we're told. Now, some people do it because they're told. I don't get told what to do by nothing. I do it because I love. And I love the entity of love. That's why I do it. I don't get because I do it in certain aspects. And some of us don't get for a long time. We have to walk through hell on earth. So don't say we don't know. We walk through hell on earth to bring this to you, to get that understanding. So don't disrespect the chosen like that. That's why when you do a chosen wrong, you get it. Because of what we walk through to bring it to you. You don't know what we walk through to bring it to you. You don't know what we lose. And we lose a lot. But those of us that are fortified and strong enough and refuse to sit down, refuse the sellout to bring it to you, oh yeah. And why would we? Because we know love got us, because love is the most powerful thing. And we know that what is brought to us can't do shit against it. Because they don't wield love. We do. We're responsible. We're accountable. We're disciplined. We're focused. That's why. We know what love can do. They don't. They don't believe it and they don't care. So they can't wield the greatest force. That is also why they pull from divines. Because divines and chosens and starseeds and those of us that are sent here to help you, we're able to wield the greatest force ever. So they take from us. So we can't. So they create fear in you and us. So they create guilt. They create situations that keep us embodied in a prison down, on lockdown. And some of us buy it. Even us chosens, we buy it. I did for a long time. Until I woke up. until I put a different type of lenses on with these glasses and took the rose ones off. You dig? So, baby, love demands everything from you. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to make it he, he, he. No. It demands everything from you. You want it? Oh, you're going to give. You're going to experience. You're going to live. You're going to see. But what you get back in abundance is no measure for what you gave. Okay? Why deal with love? And I'm going to keep this short, sweet, to the point. Why deal with love? The connectedness of everything. The understanding you get in love. You're given knowledge. You need to understand it. The compassion you reach for to get to. The compassionate level is the highest. That is when it all clicks together as one. And you know, you have a knowing what it will take among everyone. Okay? Protection. Love gives you protection. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't. It don't even feel like they're walking with you. Why you think your ancestors be talking to you, man? Why you think your spirit guides even deal with you? Love. You dig? Relationships. That may be a part 2 to this, because that's the other thing I'm seeing. At all these conversations of the different types of people and the different types of folks and what men want and what women want and all this kind of stuff, I'm not hearing about love at all. You want to know why relationships ain't working? Because people don't have the love of themselves to make it work. They don't know who they are. Period, point blank. I don't give a damn what sex you are. I don't give a damn what gender you are. You don't know who you are. So if you don't know who you are, how the hell you gonna love somebody else and then expect someone else to be authentic when your ass is fake? And you don't know who you are. Period, point blank. That's what it's about. You ain't got to put up with X, Y, and Z if you don't want to. You don't have to stay with someone if you don't want to and you don't mean them any good. People can get as mad as they want to about that. I don't care. You have a choice. I don't care if they feel it is wrong that you left X, Y, and Z. I don't care if they feel you should have stayed. That is for you and your life, boo. That is not mine. You do what you need to do. I'm not here to judge you and tell you you are wrong. There are too many people out there in these damn relationships telling people how wrong they are. Really, are you in the relationship? Sit down and shut up. Why don't you tell them to get to know who they are first, love who they are first, and understand who they are first before they go out there and be with someone to even try to understand anyone else? I know what I will and will not put up with. I have the children. I don't need the partner. I don't really want that. For me, I have the best part of what I needed. I got it because I asked for those children. They're my responsibility. When I want to be with someone, I will be with someone, but I don't really want to be. I don't need someone come and tell me, well, you're this age and this is the reason why. Boop, you don't know why I'm not. Why don't you ask me instead of assuming and taking my video, making a cut, putting it on YouTube, and then trying to say why? You see what she said? You see what he said? This is why they don't have nobody. You don't know. Ask the damn person. Unless they tell you explicitly, you need to sit down and shut up. And teach the people to love who they are. So the relationships can work. So the person that they meet, they can make an educated decision. Yes, I want to be with them. No, I do not. It is really that damn simple. Stop making this convoluted bull. Oh, this relationship. Listen. There is no relationship if you don't love you. Period. It won't work. Why? Why do you need to first? Because if you know you and you love you, you can avoid the fake folks. You can see it coming a mile away. You can already decide, no, I don't want to deal with that. Before you even get to the heartache of the person, you stopping it from the gate before it even begins. Because you know what you will put up with, what you allow, and what you want. When you know you know what you want. It is no need to sit up and make fun of people, to judge people and tell people what they need to be doing. You coaches need to be telling these people to find and love themselves. And if you are a great coach, before they find someone, you will know whether or not they know who they are themselves to help them find someone. Keep it real. That's why relationships are not working. People don't know what love is, and people don't know who they are. Keep it real. And lastly, being real. You deal with love to be real. The real you. The real energy of you. The real perception of you. The real you. Because if we spend our time loving someone fake and building a relationship with fake people, we didn't know who you were. We didn't see it coming. And then what happens? We blame ourselves because we didn't see it. Why blame yourself? Because you didn't see it. Okay, I didn't see it. Oops. Maybe there's some more work I need to do in here. Why am I not hearing anyone say that? Why am I only hearing blaming other people? Do the damn work in here. Be real. Because when your lens is real, in love, you'll know the fake. And you'll avoid it. And guess what happens? Which I do see on YouTube. Guess what happens? Those fake ones end up, what's wrong with me? Oh, they end up being self-conscious and knocked down real quick. Right? Well, if you love you and you see that, you have the wherewithal in here to know and see, oh, they fake. That's a no. Boo, I hope you paid attention to how you're breaking down and you're seeing you got work to do within you. I love you. I'm going to leave you in peace. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. But they creating this among the sexes within the same sexes and the sexes and opposite for a reason, for division of the sexes. Stop buying hype. Stop buying hype. Stop telling women what they need to do. Stop telling men what they need to do. Stop telling the rainbow community what they need to do. Stop telling them how they need to be. It's really simple. Be you, find you, love you. Be you in authenticity. It is our decision whether we want to deal with you or not. That's it. So, love does all that. All that. And then some. Love does all that. Love reveals the truth. And people don't like love and say they hate love because they are too scared. And they don't have enough courage to take the truth. Because they love slapping that victimhood label on you. You're not a damn victim. So get over yourself. Get up and do the work. All right, y'all. I love you. I know. I know. No, I ain't crazy. I'm a Gemini. You saw me smiling and it went down. Because that's how serious it is. everything that's going on, from politics to marriages to school to, well, I should say education, to communities, everything. Have you not noticed that every racial and ethnic community is going through the same damn thing? Every community. And all you have to do is love yourself, your neighbor, in spirit. That's all. That's all. But, and it requires everything from you to do so. So you make the choice if it's worth it for you. All right, y'all. I love you very much. I love you enough to tell you the truth. And I love you enough to lay it out for you as Big Mama would. No bullshit. I love you. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do it my way. Right? But you need to understand, it don't owe you anything at all. But it loves you enough to carry you when you need to be carried. It loves you enough to give you what you asked for. So stop blaming love for your mistakes. Stop blaming love for your choices. Stop blaming love when love has told you no and you still want that person. Stop it. You look at the person making the choices, and then you ask the person making the choices, why am I making these choices like this? I know better. I am better, and I can be better than this. Because guess what? Star seeds and chosens included. We all can be better. Every single one of us can be better. How do I know? Look at our world. And we got a lot of better to do. Where does it start? You. That's where it starts. You. You. And then out. That's where it starts. That's where it begins. And even though we all have different lessons of love, the output is the same, meaning the reasoning is the same. That's how you know we're a community. Because love gives to you for the same reason it gives to everyone else. So we'll be united together. Because together is how it gets fixed. It's how we heal each other. Each one, teach one. And we can be better. I wrote a post today about that. And I'm going to say what I said at the end of that post. If we don't come together in love, y'all, we're going to be destroyed together. I don't care if you are purple with green antennas. I'd rather walk with you in love together, side by side, than for all of us to be destroyed in hate when we could have avoided it. You dig? I don't have to like everything you do. None of us have to like everything you do. And I ain't talking about tolerate. No. I may not like everything you do. I may not like the food you eat, what you listen to. I may not like how you speak. But I love you Because I know in loving you and everyone else, it is so important that we love each other. So people can even know what love is. To even experience. Do you know how many people do not experience love in their life and die thinking no one loves them? And love is all around. Everyone deserves love. And some people say, well, what about the criminals? What about those that create heinous crimes? What about... So you see what happens when you don't have it, right? So why don't we fix it and give the love that's needed instead of trying to play catch up after the fact? Why don't we be proactive and give it? And when someone doesn't want it, even in your life, this is what you do. Let me show you something. My son, I think he was 1 or 2. I used to be a cantor in a Catholic church. And he used to go, Merry Christmas. Tell everybody Merry Christmas, right? And some of them older folks, different races, didn't want to shake his hand. Merry Christmas. And he had a smile on his face. Very little kid. You know how little kids are. Those that want to shake his hand, he's like, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Ready for the next one. Ready for the next one. He didn't skip a beat. Say, you don't want my love? Thank you. You don't want my love? Bump you. Next, you get my love. That. From the mouth of a babe and the actions. That. Someone don't want your love. Someone don't want to be with you. Someone don't want to be your friend. So, they have to earn that right. Stop giving it away. So what? Move on. They don't want it. Give it to the people that want it. Leave them alone. Not worthy of it. Duh. Why are you going to run after somebody that don't want you? They're showing you hello. So leave them alone. There will always be someone who wants real, honest love from you and those that need it. So as my favorite TV show of the 60s, The Avengers, with Steve and Mrs. Peel, my favorite saying, Mrs. Peel, we're needed. The love of you is needed now more than ever. I promise you. I promise you. You are a love warrior. To walk this plane, baby, you ain't just a love being. To be on this plane, you got to be a warrior. You got to be a warrior. A love warrior. That's why I call my community love warriors. We do battle all the time in the name of love. Knock your ass down in the name of love. Sit your ass down in the name and rise your ass up in the name of love. And ascend in the name of compassion. Don't play with us. You are a love warrior. Believe that. And you are still here. So that means you're worth it. I love you. You don't know how much joy it gives me to tell you that. You don't understand. One day I'll explain why. Better. I love you. I need you to love you and see how important love is for you and for us all. All right, y'all. I love you. Namaste.